guess I'm in the shackle. Music frequencies I thought was for me. Locked doors without your typical keys. I got my squad now. We talking the words, we ain't even raising eyebrows. Doctor sleep, let me find out. Hey, a ball, right?
Peace, 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 family. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are having a wonderful evening so far. I'm coming on here today to talk about the weekly astrology for the 24th to the 30th. My name is Keisha. I am the owner of A Way of Life. I am a career and business coach using astrology. And I like this week. We're wrapping up the month of January. Feels like it's been a really long month, or is it just me? It could just be me. But it was intense for the last few months, I feel like, December and January. And I feel like now we'll start to feel things release, like the energy release, even up until mid-February, because we still have Mercury in retrograde. And so it could still be a little bit of tension, but I certainly feel like a lot more tension has released at this point. So we'll have assertive Mars moving into Capricorn for the first time in 2 years. And I'll be doing a bigger video on that so that you guys can get a bigger picture of what Mars and Capricorn could bring. But overall, it's a positive aspect. Venus goes direct the end of last week. And as I mentioned, Mercury's still in retrograde until February 3rd, and even shadow up until about the 15th. So, tension, I feel like, has released, but movement might still be a little slow. And even on making major decisions, I, again, try to wait till about mid-February for that, for things to really get clear. And as always, like I always try to say, I don't want to be that person to say, don't do anything because it's a retrograde, when I know like life is happening and some people have to make decisions. You can't just hold things off, which is fine too. Just know that essentially what you're going to experience is some kind of delay, and or you have to repeat the process. Like it'll come back up at a later date. So before we move forward and really start diving in, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Make sure you hit the little notification bell so that you can be updated every time we go live. All my services will be in the video. You can see it. I have a bunch of different screens letting you know exactly what it is I do, the prices, and everything. So be on the lookout for that. But always and forever, if you have any questions, feel free to follow me on my IG page, my Facebook page, and or just send me an email where we could set up a 15-minute chat, and I will discuss all my services with you at that time. And the email is info@awayoflife, and life is spelled LYFE.net. All right, so Monday the 24th, the moon is in Libra. Now, when we left off last week, I actually really liked this energy because it felt like it was balancing out. A little fluctuation we had towards the end of the week with, these old emotions kind of surfacing and coming back up. But for the most part, Libra was balancing those energies out. And so we're still here in this balanced energy. And I hope that everybody is really getting that, even in the public sense or in the general mundane sense. We could see this out in the world being expressed in some way where people are just like a lot more friendly, harmonious, and, enjoying the essence of Libra. So the moon will be in conflict with Pluto. So there can be conflict with emotional power struggles. I genuinely, whenever we're talking about the moon, I tend to relate this to the deepest surfaces of yourself, things that are going on within you and in your mind, because that's kind of what the moon rules. This could be in any kind of relationship as well. Like, it could be having these kind of emotions when we're talking about Pluto around your money, bills, debt. If you're looking for a loan, these kind of issues could be coming up in these areas as well. Even investing, right? We can see that really big, that money essentially has not or may not have been the greatest, astrologically speaking, for some people because of the retrogrades and the conflict within between these signs. So, and I feel like this time of the year is always tough, honestly, because you just got out of the holidays. If you're into that type of thing, you've been spending all your money, celebrating, right? Especially, I feel like this year, people might have tried to go all out, even though Capricorn was there. Hopefully Capricorn grounded you and was like, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that, especially with the new variant out there, right? We know that's a whole big deal. So people might not have really been able to splurge the way that they have. But for the sake of conversation, if that had been your story, you might have noticed that it depleted some of your finances. And so in that way, this time around this year, every year typically tends to be, you might be a little bit have less money than you typically would around any other time. And that's kind of one of the ways that I see this coming up with Pluto. Otherwise, this can be at work, things with work and business, because Pluto is currently in Capricorn. So maybe you're fighting to keep your business open, or again, fighting to get some kind of income with your business because, that you need money to live, or to keep the business open, or just those typical expenses needed for your business. Maybe that's more of the struggle than anything. So, keeping your online services, your websites and things of that nature up and open could be struggles there. Or again, this could really, really, really be about the person, right? And so really having some inner conflict and power struggles around change, right? Because we are in a retrograde, and Pluto is in Capricorn, but Capricorn has been on display really this entire year, for the last few years to be quite frank. But with Venus being in Capricorn, we're also upgrading, right? And so we've really at this time have been forced to do things of value, and not everybody takes easy to change. And so some people could be having some of those internal conflicts within yourself of thinking like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right decision? Especially if you've made the decision to leave somebody, right? Or somebody left you, right? These kind of thoughts can be going on in your head. Am I good enough? Is there more that I could be doing? Things of that nature could be coming up at this time. And these could also be like old patterns and addictions and things that you might have that you're letting go of, because Capricorn's asking to put value in your life, upgrade yourself. This is time to upgrade and go internally and do the work. Ask the hard questions, a transformation here to change and let go of the things that are no longer serving you. And so this could be a tough for people. I do feel like since we're at the end of the month and we are getting ready to wrap up this season, this cycle, a new cycle has come with that Venus energy on the 9th, the Venus star. I talked about that, where again, some of that energy might have lifted up. And so it might not be as heavy as it is this time. But like I said, those old thoughts and ideas are always going to come back. It takes a long time for people to change. Even Capricorn alone rules time and things getting better over time. And so consciously understanding when these things come up to you is a time to go in, meditate, and find the answers, or just find a safe place to deal and let it be. Let your emotions be, right? Especially, we just had the Cancer full moon, so we're really releasing a lot of these emotions in that way and understanding that in that way. And so just continuing within that process and understanding that is the process, and it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel the feelings you're feeling about changes that you have to make. Be mindful of it, make time for it, to sit down with it and just be in the moment. Be grateful that you are receiving this message. Accept this message and know that with time, you're going to get over it. This too shall pass and things are going to get better. Okay. And then the moon will go void. Now, I've talked about this before. And this is really just a time where it actually is great that we're having this same exact energy, the same time with this Pluto, because you really get to go inward and do the work. So you could even be speaking with a counselor, or just challenging yourself to reach out for help for people that you look up to, who are examples of the things you're trying to learn from and be, right? And then the moon moves into Scorpio. So this is an all or nothing energy. It's very intense, introspective, private. So really, again, taking time to yourself. And ooh, I like this. This is meditation on fleek, because then Mars will be in Capricorn for the next 6 weeks. So we're even going to take some of these habits and, like I said, just acknowledging them when they come up. Be grateful for them. Give thanks to the all-knowing that they sent this energy to you, right? To be mindful. It's called mindfulness. It's actually a real thing. And again, making sure you're taking that time out too, giving yourself time to just be, and knowing that this too shall pass, right? And things will change over time. I actually really, really like that. And like I said, Mars does really well in Capricorn, because Capricorn is a cardinal sign, even though it's very earthy and can be stubborn. But Mars can appreciate that, especially when you're putting it towards a goal or a mission to change something, to transform, to be a better person, to stand in your power when it comes to your values and expectations of others, and in yourself too. Being accountable for yourself, being more mature. Capricorn rules maturity, responsibility, and taking the responsibility for your actions, right? This could also, you just, again, getting more organized and being disciplined in these things, whatever it is that you are working on transforming in. And you're going to have the focus to do that. Mars is your ambition. It can be competitive and a leader, but overall, this is your cheerleader, somebody who's cheering you on to help you get through this process. It could actually be literal working out. Whatever it is that you do to release tension, if you will, or deal with tension. This is great for accomplishing goals. So all the goals that you've been working on since November can see more movement, completion, or more pieces to the puzzle. I absolutely love this energy because people are starting to get it now because you're getting some clarity on things. And the moon will be in harmony with Jupiter. This is good for travel, being optimistic, education, and your beliefs. And so again, you're just going to see a lot of these things becoming real clear. Even if you were traveling now, just for instance, with all these restrictions and the new variant and everything else that's going on. Say you had some travel plans, right? And things was just you'll finally get some movement now. And you're going to be feeling really optimistic about your goals and things that you want to accomplish. If you've had any educational things that maybe feel like they've been blocked or restricted in some kind of way, those things are going to start to move more smoothly now. And your beliefs, you're going to see them more clearly and perhaps even be shown why things had to be the way that they are. And why you're changing and moving into these newer beliefs or world views or culture even in some way, shape, or form. A whole new philosophy here is becoming really clear. And you're probably aligning with a more spiritual nature, if you will. The moon will oppose Uranus. So unexpected things emotionally. So your emotions can be really up and down here with Uranus. Because Uranus is like electricity. It comes out of nowhere. And often brings in some kind of unexpected response to some. You could get people unexpectedly coming in expressing their emotions. Or you're getting these emotions out of nowhere. And you're like, why do I feel like this? It could be a little unstable, not going to lie. It is an opposition, so 9 times out of 10. Oppositions aren't too bad. But typically this is about relationships, and it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. This could be relationships between you, someone else, or something else, right? So Uranus is in Taurus, so this could be things around your health, and money, savings, budgeting, your values, self-worth, and any artistic projects. There could be some opposition there. Or just being really uncertain about them. And the moon is in Scorpio. So again, because you're releasing a lot of old ways, old thinking, old views, old emotions, things from the past, you're letting go, wrapping up those cycles. So forgiveness here, I'm going to say, is really big. A detox and eating more healthy is going to help you elevate within this process. I don't think that's a topic people talk about most, but this typically comes with the idea. Whenever I think of Pluto, I always think of esoteric knowledge, so your third eye opening. And when things that are hidden come up to you 9 times out of 10, it's going to be from that esoteric point of view. Whereas, not everything is as it seems, right? And once those things become clear to you and they're no longer hidden, that allows you to heal and change your ways, because it doesn't give that old way. There's no foundation for that old way to stand on anymore. And so when I think about it from that perspective, it's like, and I talked about this in another video, like where people could have an addiction and out of the blue, they get this message that comes to them about something a belief or something that they had, and it shocks the hell out of them that that thing is not true or anymore, and then they all of a sudden go cold turkey and just quit. You know what I mean? They stop their addiction or that belief or whatever it is, because they're like, wow, like, I never knew that. So things of that nature could be coming up here, and that could cause a lot of unstable emotionally unstableness and emotionally mental issues here. So I don't like really talking about stuff like this, but just, be careful for like suicides and things of that nature could really come with this energy. Okay. And then on Tuesday, Tuesday is no activity going on at all there. So then Wednesday, the moon in Scorpio is very deep, transformational thinking and going inward. And the moon will be in harmony with Neptune. Yeah, so this is more of the same, honestly. But Neptune changes the energy by way of, again, secrets, lies, illusions, delusions coming up. Again, stopping some kind of addiction, things coming to light, taking responsibility for your failures, forgiveness. And the way it changes here, suicide by drug overdose. That's how this changes here. And again, I don't want to put that imagery in anybody's heads. I just want you to be mindful, family, okay? Then Thursday, the moon moves into Sagittarius. So a lot more upbeat energy here. Jovial, optimistic. On the lower side, you can be too open, transparent, and blunt. So be mindful of that, The moon will be in a hard angle to Pluto. Try not to expect too much, because it could cause disappointment if you're like super over the moon optimistic about things and then they don't work out the way you intend. It could bring disappointment. So keep balance and stay grounded and realistic within whatever it is that's coming up for you at this time. And then the moon will be in harmony with the sun. And the sun will be in Aquarius at this time. So, so this is being in harmony, like optimistic about the future overall. Through the changes and things in the transformation that you're going through. And then on Friday, the moon will be in conflict with Neptune. So emotional moodiness, confusing, uncertainty here. So a lot of that same energy I was referring to before. And then the moon goes void until the following day. So this could be good as long as you're grounded. Again, be careful for those lower vibrations here. But for the most part, this is really, really good for introspecting, reflecting, getting counseling, and soul searching. This is what I really, really liked about this the most, because the moon is the soul, your heart. What do you truly want? And so people are really going inward and doing the work, asking the tough questions, and then going out and seeking that information, researching that information, getting knowledge and education in that area of your life to really challenge change in your beliefs and philosophies on a everyday, regular basis. And how does that look for you? And then Saturday, the moon will be in Capricorn. So this is more practical, goal-oriented, focused, grounded, and mature. I liked this as a follow-up to that because it suggests more so than anything that people are really just, they get it, right? You got the message. You understood the mission, right? Capricorn came through and Venus for that 4-month time and was like, look, I need you to get it together. And we was like, look, we got it together, right? And the really great thing about that is whenever Capricorn, whenever you surpass a goal with Capricorn, Capricorn gives great rewards, right? And so you could even be receiving some type of reward from the universe in some way, shape, or form, or recognition for that, right? Like people will, see the change in you. They're acknowledging that you're leveling up. And again, I talked about this in the Cancer full moon. They're either going to accept it and be in your life and do the same, or people are going to leave your life. And these are finalized things too, things that are wrapping up for good. There's no coming back this time around because we started that new cycle. All right, and then Venus goes direct. Oh, yeah, because that's the 29th. I'm sorry. I really, really, really had to think about that. I was like, hey, wait, I thought Venus already went direct. Okay, no, I had to think about the date. So, yes, Venus goes direct on the 29th. So, again, you're receiving some kind of reward from Capricorn. And with that energy that moves forward now, even though, again, like I said, you probably won't feel it complete until the 15th of February, still, the energy is going to release a little bit enough for you to, again, you're being acknowledged for the change that you are seeing in your life and the changes that you're making in your life. You're being recognized for that. Okay, Sunday, the sun will be square to Uranus. This is going to be shining a light on personal things around freedom, new ideas and innovations, breaking up stagnant energy towards all things you've been working on since November. I mean, with Uranus, it could be, honestly, way past November, but for the most part, we're really talking about November because that's when the last time all these planets were direct. And so you're going to continue with working on those things, finalizing those things, moving forward within those things and get more grounded. And come April, it's going to be go time. And people are really going to be in the money. So I really like this week overall. I think it's a pretty good week. A lot of deep transformation and soul searching, which is what we should be doing at this time anyway. So kudos to that. And for the people who are seeing that, as usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information